One of the things I know how to do in my sleep is how to actually price my services. And I know money is such a trigger for everyone, and especially for creatives anywhere in the world, because creatives are always asking, how much should I charge? How much should my services cost? Am I charging too much? Am I charging too low? Am I underselling myself? Could I be charging more? Am I leaving money on the table? Did I negotiate that right? I know you have those questions, and I'm here to teach you how to price your services as a pro, leaving no money on the table as the expert that you are.
Love yours.
So first things first, we have to admit this, right? Money is a trigger. Money is psychological. Money is mental. I want to actually lay the foundation of money. I need you to understand that when it comes to money, right, there's a lot of perception that people have at the back of their minds. There's a practical example one of my students have told me about. She said, Uche, one of my biggest mistakes was ever pricing my services really, really low because she wanted to be affordable and accommodate everybody. So she used to price some of her services for like 5,000 naira. That's not even up to $20, or it's not even up to $5, right? That's as of the time a couple of years ago. And she was like, the only people that she attracted were low people, but that could not even afford the 5k. We're always asking for discounts. So I want you to know what actually happens to your business when you sort of like underprice your services. Okay, so now let's get into class. First of all, my name is Uche. If you don't know me, I'm an entrepreneur and also a creative business consultant. I'm also a marketing specialist. I run my agency Content Curated for like 6 years. I have 10 years experience in content creation, digital marketing, and all the nice things. So I'm here to teach you how to bridge the gap between your creativity and business. So come along. Okay, so here's my best kept secret when it comes to pricing, right? 3 things I want you to have at the back of your mind: the cost-based price, the market-based price, the value-based price. I need you to have this at the back of your mind. That the 3 strategies or the 3 methods of pricing your services. I have my iPad here and I want to read for you. To calculate the cost-based price of your social media services, you need to factor the direct and indirect cost of providing your services. So here are a couple of things you need to take into consideration. Number 1, determine the direct cost of your services. So say for instance, you are creating content for a spa. What is the direct cost of that content creation services? So let's take into consideration, if the spa is in Ikoyi and you live in Aja, for instance, I'm using Lagos as an example here, you're going to have to factor transportation, right? 2, you're going to take your phone. You're also going to take your tripod. You're going to take your lights. You're going to probably take backdrops and some props, right? You're probably going to use an Uber, or maybe you drive your car, so petrol, right? You're going to take those things into consideration as the direct cost. You're also going to take, in most cases, you're going to use your data, because don't forget that you're going to be researching content ideas for that client. So are you seeing how we're able to break down the things, the direct cost of this content creation? Now, the other thing you also want to consider is determining your indirect cost. So indirect costs, there are expenses that are not directly related to providing that particular services, that's the content creation services, but they're still necessary to operate your business. So think about things like your office rent, your utility, paid ads, and just overhead expenses, right? You also want to consider your working hours. So how long is it going to take you to create that content for that client, sit down, edit it, upload it, and send it to the client? What are the working hours? In fact, I even missed a step. You're even going to have to do a research first. You're going to research first. When you research, you're going to create the content, then you're going to edit, and then you're going to upload. You want to consider those working hours. Once you have decided all this, you're going to ask yourself, what is your desired profit margin? You're going to add your desired profit margin. So whatever the cost is, right, you want to take into consideration the profit margin you want to make on. So I'm going to be a bit technical, so let me just read it through for you. So let's say your direct cost, your iPhone, cost you about, say 400k, and you, of course, it's going to be more, and you presume that your iPhone will last you for like what, 3 years? So let's break that down. Per year is 133k, and when you divide that per month, it's around 11k. Your MacBook, 720k, you estimate it to last you for like 5 years, right? And then in these 5 years, per year makes your MacBook, that's the value of it, to 140 something k, and then per month, that's right, now dividing that 444k by 12,000 naira per month. Then your internet, so say your internet costs you like 21,000 naira per month. Then your software, so we're talking about like maybe Canva, your iCloud, your what's it called, CapCut, what you use to edit, or InShot, right? Another thing you also want to consider is your content equipment, so like your tripod, your light, your all of those things. calculate how much it costs, and then say, okay, this thing cost me like 300k. I presume they will last me for 3 years, and then divide it per year, then divide it per month. Do you get? You're now able to see your estimated total per month and your estimated total per year. But we'll stick to per month because you just want to charge for a client. Now, once you've seen that cost-based price, you're going to ask yourself, okay, how much do I want to earn here as profit? I know it's a bit technical, but stick with me, right? So say you want to have like a 30% margin, 40% margin, just add that to whatever you see is to whatever you got from your monthly direct cost. And then in the indirect, don't forget you also have to do your indirect cost. Just apply everything together and keep that number on the side, right? So now let's move to the next one. The next one is the market-based price. So market-based price is simply what people in the market are charging. So you're not the only content creator that lives in Nigeria. There are other content creators around. You want to ask yourself, what are people in my industry charging for content creation? What do people typically pay? What do people spend? Or what do people want to invest in it? You're going to do a research. List about 3 to 7 people or 5 to 8 people that you know do the same thing. If you can sort of like ask them how much they charge, you can also ask chat. I heard that. You can also ask ChatGPT if you use ChatGPT. Ask a couple of your friends, ask people on the internet, maybe request for their rate cards, sort of like get an idea of what people are charging. Then you also want to determine their pricing structure because everybody has like different ways to price their services. But immediately you just ask if you're able to get someone's pricing, you see how they price their structure. Now, the next thing you also want to do when you're trying to determine your market-based price is what is the value proposition of that particular person? So for instance, if you're looking at content creator A, right? Content creator A might be like a popular YouTuber that also offers content creation services. Because she's popular, it sort of like adds some value proposition for her that she can charge clients whatever she chooses or he chooses to charge because he's popular. Do you understand? So you want to identify their value proposition. Then define their target market. Are they also serving the same market as you are? Some people are serving HNI, some people are serving luxury clients, some people are serving SMEs and medium scales business and all. And then you just want to compare your pricing with your competitors. So by the time you have like 5 people plus yourself 6 people, just find the middle point of all of these prices. So say the lowest person's price you found was 100,000 and the highest you found was 1.5 million. What is the median of 1.5 million? So what's median between 100k and 1.5 million? That's where you find your market price. Our last pricing technique is going to be the value-based price. This is one of my favorite pricing techniques I like. Value-based price is simply how much they should pay because it simply is you. This is outside cost-based price, market-based price. Like you don't care if your other competitor is charging less, way less. This is because this is who you are and this is what you are charging, right? So a couple of things you need to know about the value-based price is that you first of all need to identify the outcome. So what exactly is it that your clients are looking for, right, through your services? Does it include brand awareness, high engagement, whatever they're looking for? Like you need to actually identify the outcomes. And here's why you need to identify the outcomes, because when you're able to identify the outcomes, you're able to determine the value. So say for instance, I don't know, a new brand wants to launch into Nigerian market and you're a popular influencer who also works in marketing or something, right? If they come and meet you for your marketing services, they're not just going to meet you for your brain, they're also going to meet you for your network. Do you understand? When you're able to identify the outcome, you're able to determine the value. Then of course you want to determine your pricing. Determine your pricing based on what you provide to your clients. Consider your cost, consider the market and your perceived value and the time of course invested in it and a fair profit margin, in my opinion. And last but not least, when it comes to using the value-based pricing technique, is to be transparent to your clients. When using your value-based price model, you have to be very upfront to your clients and let them know that this is what you're actually going to get because you are working with me. This is why it is this. This is what it is. You can check other people in the market, but this is me and all. So that's what I always advise people. That's the cost-based price, the market-based price, and the value-based price. Now, if you want more tea on pricing your services, I want to highly recommend, or maybe you're starting out your creative business and you're looking for something to actually do or something to help you, I want to encourage you to actually download my freebie. It's called the Creative Business Starter Kit. Click the link in the bio. It's somewhere in the chat box to just download that. It's free. It has amazing resources to help you kickstart your creative business. So back to the class now, right? Now, moving on, once you determine your cost-based price, your market-based price, and your value-based price, I always tell people this: put your services in tiers. So you know how you go on Netflix and there's gold, there's silver, and there's bronze, right? So what you want to do is have tiers of your services. So for instance, what you're going to do is you're going to take your value-based price and put it with your gold plan. You're going to take your market-based price and put it with your silver plan, and you're going to take your cost-based price and put it with your base your bronze plan. Does that make sense? So you're able to take that thing and create packages into it. And I have a couple of things I want to share with you before we leave this video. Before we leave this call, some things you also need to take into consideration when you are pricing your services, right? So you want to look at your current structure, like how are you currently pricing your services? You want to review everything you're providing for your clients. You want to do a little bit of competitive research to find out what other people are charging and decide on your minimum. You want to price services and you're doubting, oh, am I really sure about this pricing? Like, I want you to ask yourself, like, think about the time you can actually measure first. Then the immeasurable energy, because there's some things you just cannot measure. For instance, you wake up, you go to sleep, you're thinking, you're brainstorming automatically for your clients. You can't measure the type of energy, right? You also want to take into consideration the time you're going to be saving your clients, because you're going to save your clients a whole lot of work, right? The specific skills and the knowledge you're bringing to the table from your industry, the value that you add when a member of the team is involved. So if you're working with a group of people on your team, your structure and all of those things, take that into consideration. The customer service you're going to provide, because let me tell you, you're going to be on your clients matter back to back, communicating, liaising, ensuring that everything is running smooth. And of course, the peace of mind your clients will get hiring you. And I always advise people that if you've done all of this and you're feeling like, Uche, or more, I really need to price my services, or how do I go about this? I'm not sure my clients will listen to me. Let me tell you the perfect time to increase your services. So once you see that you cannot actually cover your operating costs, please immediately increase your services. 2, if you feel like, okay, you're still covering your operating expenses and maybe the client is paying you good enough, but it can be more, say you sort of like scale up, just take a new skill and let them know that, oh, see, we've improved our services here, we're just charging you. And then last but not the least, you can also charge maybe when you're scaling or bringing extra hands. Another very strategic time I always tell people is increase your services at the beginning of every year, every quarter, every month, but be sure to give your clients like a month notice. So if you want to increase your services, I'm recording this video in April, right? So if you want to increase your services in May, you should have actually informed your clients at the end of March to let them know that 1 month from now you're going to be increasing your services. Do you get? So if you've not done that, just please give them at least a month notice so they know that after this month, we're not going to be paying you this amount of money. This is what's going on. Do you get? Not just dropping the ball on them like that. Okay, so please, if you found this video very helpful, let me know in the comment section what you know about pricing, what you've learned, what you want to share. If there's anything you think I missed out, please share in the comment section. And don't forget to actually download the freebie. It's for creative entrepreneurs, digital professionals, wherever you are in the world. Click the link in the bio, download it. It's free. I shared my insights on how to start your creative business, from systems, from structures, from pricing, from hiring, time management, goal setting, and all the nice things that we don't like to talk about a lot. So with that, I'm done with this video, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Bye bye.